Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia and now today I'm going to do a bit more work on this piece. I'm going to just do, got to tack some of it down still. Oh well, I'm trying to do it with thread that maybe I won't have to take out. We'll just see if I need to take them out, because I can do something in a lot of cases to incorporate into it, I think. I was wishing that I had to put some that sticky iron-on-y stuff behind it. Okay, so there's different things you can get anyway. There's Visifix, or there's this stuff called Solvi, and I might could have put some of that on it. So it's just this fabric, stuff that disappears when you wet it. So you can put your stuff on, whatever you're working with on here, and so you put the Solvi on your piece of work, okay, and then you put on the pieces that you want to put on there, because it's sticky. You sit them on, so you won't have to do this, and then you do your embroidery or whatever, and then you can rinse off the pieces of Solvi. There's also other stuff that I've seen people using. I can't really say for the time being what it is called, but I've seen a lady use it. It's only, I suppose, been about a long time, but I think people don't really get to know stuff until, well, it takes a while to get to know what's going on with everything, doesn't it? Now I'm going to take the stitches out of this bit, because it already is falling apart, this white one, and redo that myself. I might have to do it now before I go any further, because it might be easier if I do it now. You reckon? Well, look, that's a yellow on that side, and this side is white. Goodness me. Oh, am I undoing the... Yeah, I'm undoing the right thing. So it faded an awful lot, didn't it? Probably very old though, see? Could be as old as me even. You know? I don't know if I told you where I am. I'm always in Australia, and I'm doing some crafting because I need to get my mind off other things, like myself. I hope yous are all doing well. I just have to get a lot of this off here so I can put the other stitches on. I'll move that back a bit. Last night I did this. I finished going around that one with a cast on stitch. I rolled these bits with fabric, and this bit with fabric, and I cut out little bits here. I did another button. I started to do some bullion stitches around that one, but I haven't got anywhere far with that yet. I did a couple because I couldn't. Sometimes in the night time when it gets a bit later, you can't sort of focus enough to do things properly. Once I could have, but I can't now. Now I'm going to start coughing because I... Sorry about that. Dear oh me. Oh, crikey. Sorry. Did a few, moved some stuff out of my room last night. Oh, yesterday, I mean. Covered out of there that I've been wanting to get rid of for ages. Got that out of there. And on it, I found, well, I knew it was all there, all this jewellery that I've been buying over the years, all gifted, only costume jewellery, nothing. Oh, there might be a couple of bits that might be all right. Bag full, big, good size bag full. I have to go through that. I do. So do you want me to put in we put into a bag in all its boxes, because for some reason Sonia thought it was a really good idea to put all these boxes on the dressing table thing, and just collect up stuff in it. And I don't know when I come to the conclusion that I have enough. Now where's the unpicking thing? Here it is. But I have still got bits in here. Well, I put stuff in there I thought I might wear one day. Well, maybe. And then that was in the way of rings and necklaces and stuff like that. And then in here I've got things that I think I might use on my craft things. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it all yet. Because I do want to downsize a fair bit, get rid of a lot of stuff over the next few weeks before it gets too hot around here, which I'm waiting for it to be warm. Yeah, this is in there really good on the back, and the front of it wasn't very good, was it? Yeah, that's a pin sticking in my arm. That's something I can do without. Okay. Gee, they put this on here, so it's really weird, you know. It's coming off the front, but it won't come off here. Will I be persistent enough? This person's used tiny wee little stitches. And knots and things. Right, I'm going to stitch that now and I'll clear this bit. That's very bright, isn't it? How about this one? Here, that's the same as that colour there. I don't know. Might use this, I think. Redo them flowers. There's stuff everywhere. Now, I'll use this one. That one's already threaded up, so let's use this one. So if you do buy anything like this and you don't like what it is, you still can redo it yourself. But I'm only doing this because I'm not going to take the person's work apart. I'm just doing this because it was all falling apart. It's disintegrated. We'll have to do our crazy patchwork stitches on bits, won't we? I'm actually quite liking this because I do like the embellishment idea, but I was thinking last night about what I was going to put on there, so because I couldn't sleep. My clock's all wrong, it doesn't know what time it is. I usually stay awake till about 3 o'clock in the morning trying to go to sleep. I'm not a big fan of this fabric. It's a bit hard to... It's very stiff. But it'll work. It'll do the job. Alright, we're still here stitching, okay? If you're helping, Lottie, just tell me that you're sewing along with me, and that's good because I do enjoy a bit of company. Someone to sew along with me. This is going to look alright. I'm contemplating fixing them. Get the ferny bits up too, these bits here, like. We'll see how we go, eh? Well, I come in here, I started this because sometimes I come in here and I fiddle around for ages and then I can't get something going, it's too late and I've been just fiddling around and not achieved much at all. So I'm keen to get this a bit more work done on this. I did, well, I said I stitched some of that down last night and I can do a bit more. One of them, this petal here, this first one's a little bit big, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the knot and just undo that first one. Hey, because that's not going to be a problem if we can undo that. We'll cut the knot. If we can get hold of the knot, we'll cut the knot. Okay. Come on, play nice now. Now, I can take it undone. No, that's not right. What am I doing? There it is. Nobody panic. Where's the end bit? Here. Right, so when I get back to there, I'll fasten this onto it. So I'm going back around here. I took that one undone, it was too big. It just didn't look right, it was in the road. It's too wide, I think. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to tie this to this bit. And it's easy enough to do if you've got, if your needle's still threaded up. If you keep your needle threaded up, you can tie a knot. There you go. That's going to come undone. I'll do another one just in case, eh? If both the pieces are threaded too small, it's really hard to do this, but otherwise, oh no, now I've pulled it too tight. Sonia, really? Oh dear, that big sigh there. I am a little bit panicky and wanting to get on, you know, and I should just settle down. Settle down and Sonia, slow down a bit. I'm going to put another one in here because it just doesn't look right, does it, without that bit? Even if it's not that long, it's okay. We'll go right across to there. I don't know what that is when I've done. Okay. Over here to me. So we can see what we're doing here. Hello. So that one's got to go back in line with that. Okay, that's better. That's nice, I like that. Alright, now I'll go over here. So these, obviously this stencil on here, the picture that's on here was not, it's obviously a permanent thing, which I think some of them used to be once. So it doesn't wash off at all. And I'm doing this with a bit of pearl thread, and that's okay. You can have a variety. You don't have to have the same threads. You don't. I have a lot of trouble with mine today. You get back in there, alright. Only one more to go. And I want to press this now. I mean, usually, as a rule, you wouldn't press your embroidery unless you had a towel or something on top of it. But I need this to be flat. Oh dear. I just stuck the needle in my finger. I need this to be flat. I'm going to put an extra one in here. This is a good sharp needle I got here. I don't say much for the fabric though. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. It's a cotton something or other. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not. But that's okay. It's very, very tightly woven. I do like to use a loose woven fabric. But you can't have everything, can you, all the time? Can't have everything all the time. I'm going to go full of water. Oh, here's me. The plug for the iron. I need something in the centre of this. Will I do a bead? I think that one there needs something in it too. See? Where's a little box of little beads? Little box of beads. I don't want to have to be fishing around here for too long. I just want something to put in there. Oh dear, sorry. Oh goodness me. I was belting this thing. Okay. So I'm looking at this really thinking there's nothing in here, but there's got to be. It'll make a big difference anyway if I put something in it. Some colour. I'll put the pink one in there. In there. And this blue one in that one. What do you reckon? That'll look snazzy. And I need this. First I'm going to iron it. I'm going to put the iron on because I want it flat. I know that sounds weird, but I do want it flat. Because the rest of it is. Where the person's obviously ironed it and probably even starched it and stuff like that. Have I got another piece of this on here? No. There's a very, very small possibility that I could put some more on there, but okay. Right, now, what do I do with that bead needle? I just bit of thread for that too, Sonia. What colour have we got here? A bit of blue. Don't lose your little beads that you've got organised here. Now, let me see. I'll do this. Maybe we can put it this way through. He did. Very good. It is nice when that works, isn't it? You get your bead through. When you thread your bead needle, it's fantastic. It's so good when you thread the bead needle and it works. I just need one pink one in here. I'm sure that will do. That'll be enough. Well, you can see what a difference it makes, can't you? Just to add a few little bits and pieces, a few little touches to things. I'm going to go through this again, and I've got way too much thread here. Alright, now one in this one. Nice pink bead. I mean, I think that might be a rose there, supposedly. Could be a rose, but it needs something in the centre just because. Now this one here. I'm just going to do a stitch through there first before I put the bead in, just to give it something hang on to. There's a bead in here. Oops. That's not making that very tight, it's not pulling it down very tight, but you can do 2 lots and that'll help it, I think, make it a lot better. Now I needed to do that on there because I didn't want to have to be worrying about stitching through it all when I'm got this piece on here. Oh dear, oh dear. You're right, I nearly knocked this off the thing. You knocked it down. Okay. So that's going to go here, isn't it? In some sort of a fashion. Like that. Right. No. Why is it cut like that, I wonder? I suppose I was trying to leave enough white space so I could stitch on that. Leaving white space so I could stitch on it. I like that. I do like that idea, for it to be going like that. If I put under there. Okay. I can always cut that back anyway, can't I? I'll try and keep my edges all coming over this way. Just cut a bit off this. Tuck it under there a bit. There we go. That's going to go on there. And this is probably not very exciting for you watching me fasten these things down, but it has to be done before I can move onward. It has to be done before I can go anywhere else. That's not handy, that'll split. I think this is going to look really cool myself. I did have a lot of comments from you lovely people out there telling me you think it's going to look alright too. So hopefully we can get it going properly. I don't want to cover up too much of the work. So I want to put, there'll be a seam, but so there'll have to be a bit more over there, right? This one here, I can put on an angle, I suppose, like that. Do I need some? Actually, I've got another piece of this here. I'll do that later because that's a lot of work, that, isn't it? Fiddling around with that. I really need to get this base piece done first, though. I need to get the base done so I know what I'm up to next. I don't know if I've actually got enough pieces cut out for it. I want that to be on top. I want that to be on the top. So what's that look like? I don't know if I'm sure about that. I don't know. Let's see if we've got another piece of material here somewhere. Which bit can we use next? Oh, yeah, we're putting that on there. Okay. I managed to get everything in such a mess. It's disorganised chaos. It's organised chaos. It's not. It's disorganised chaos. It's chaos. It's just chaotic, Sonia. I can't help myself. I'm just... I've got stuff everywhere. There's a full dolly of that. I don't want any more of that. I'll be here. I'm just here. I'm not anywhere. I haven't left. Just don't get upset now. I haven't left. I just want to find some bits to put on now. On here. Okay. So we've got these bits here. Let's see. So I've got that piece there on there, haven't I? Yeah, there's that one with that little bits. I might try a couple of them little bits. And this one here. A couple of these pieces. Interesting. Okay. There must be in a fit here something. Oh, look at that. That'll go there. Won't it? Look at that. Now, where do I cut it at? Across this way. Hope you don't make mistakes on you. I need to put the iron back on so I can press it. This one here got bent, so it needs to be fixed. Now, what am I up to? Got that bit there. One piece off this, I think. Then it might be too much. Oh no, it won't be. There won't be too much. No such thing. Which way does this go? This is really good. This is sewn really well, and you can't really tell the front and the back. That's a good piece of work. It's a definite good piece of work. I was going to put that there, wasn't I? I still am. I'm going to put that there. I just want to press it down on this bit. That there as well. Okay. Right. I could have a bird on, couldn't I? Yep, I might have a bird. Scissors are under here. Little birdie. Two of them. I will be taking out the gold pieces. We'll be taking out those bits there. I don't think that's to my liking, so I'm just going to press all that. Two birds. One of those. Lay down there, you. Come back over here. That is really nice, that. I don't know if I've got any more. I got a bit of it off that piece. I don't know how much more of it I got of it. It was really pretty. This tablecloth, it was really disintegrating though. It's falling apart before my eyes. It was. It's not going to be there, so it can go over there. I might see if I can cut them in a different direction of some sort. Come on. As they say, the struggle is real. It is, believe me. Okay, I want to put this here somewhere. And that piece. And I should have threw the iron across that too while I was at it. I'll work out where this is going to be cut so I can... It would have been a lot better, ironed a bit better, Sonia. Okay, so that's cool. I like that there. Because then you can fix up that part there, can't you? Somehow we're going to do that. What have I done with the birds that I just ironed? Where did my birds go? Oh my goodness me, they've flown away. They're here on top of this. Here's a bird. Here's a bird. This one's better. This one's a much nicer bird. It's a much nicer bird. I need to cut that out. Get this off here. I'll redo that, whatever it is. Cross stitch or some sort. I watched this lady and said, I think this is called Sewing with Mrs. B. Mrs. D. Sewing with Mrs. D, or something like that. And she bought this sexy pieced, well, it was the start of a cover, it would have been. And she took all that, she had to pull all the papers and that out of it because it was still with the paper and that in it. That took her a lot, it was a big job. But she salvaged it because she wanted to make it, keep it, you know. And It took her ages to pick what she was doing. But gee, she did. I'm going to have to watch it, because you'd be really surprised with what she did with it when she'd finished. I mean, and if you have to look at something like that and redo it, it's really good to know that somebody's work's going to be preserved like she was doing it, you know. Yeah, so I'm sure Sewing with Mrs. D, I think that's the name of her channel. I think it was Mrs. D. Anyway, nice lady. Seems like a really nice lady. Very clever lady. It's worth watching. It really is. Because I did not know when I started watching it she was going to complete the whole thing, which is really good. You see what she's done with it. I get stuff and say to you, I'm going to make such and such out of that, but you probably won't see that for another 6 years or something. Because it just disappears into my room. Okay, so we've got that off there. Now, before I get myself into a flap or a fizz or whatever about where this is going to go, I'm going to put some pins in that, bit. Maybe a little bit of a few little embellishments there. So this is going to go, no, not there. Put a bird on there. It needs to be on here somewhere. Which way is it going to be the top of the bag? How about that? What do you think? Does that look all right up that way? Yep. So that means the birdie can be flying in that direction up there at the top. And then I can just sew. I can see now that this is going to take a tiny bit of work. It's going to take a tiny bit of work. And I mean that. Well, that's not even got a point on it, that pin. Goodness gracious. I don't know how I got it in the pin cushion. Had no point on it. Well, this is looking good. And if I've decided now that this is the way it's going to go, up this way, that's another good thing, isn't it? I've got an idea of where it's going to go. Should I put that in there? Okay. Maybe I can. Alright. Might be a little tiny bit too much. Might just be a tiny bit too much there for that. What about in the corner? Anyway, we'll find out where we're going to go with that after. Let's put this stuff here on now. Yeah, the time went really quick this morning, didn't it? It's okay, I'm going to keep working on here, so I'll come back. I'm going to come back and show you my progress, because I'm still going to keep going. I'll do more. Keep filming it anyway, so if you're interested in what's going to happen, so am I. You never know, do you? You never know what's going to happen. Because where I've got a lot of these blank spaces, I probably will put other bits of fabric, and then I can embroider on them or whatever. You know, so that'll be, I'll put something in here. Don't know what yet, so you just have to hang in there with me and see what we do. I don't think I've ever worked like this before. I know I haven't. Well, I need something underneath that, because that's really annoying, isn't it? This way I can just poke the needle through both thicknesses and then go into the, if it's when it's touching the piece of cardboard. We know that we're there. We've got, so each piece, I think, each square I hope to do stitching in or add something to it. I'll put some stitches all around if I can. I'll do what I do, eh? What do you reckon? I think I'll show you what I've... There's a thing here somewhere. It's very near me. I'm sure it was the other day. And we know how that is, don't we? But I'm sure that piece of work was here somewhere. I did before. Like this. Nope. It isn't. I did think it was, but it isn't. Okay, so I found some things. Of course I would. Goodness me, Sonia. I didn't find the thing I was looking for, but I found lots of other stuff. Goodness gracious me, look at that. Sorry I can't show you. I'm going to have to come back and do a bit of something with these bits, and I don't know what I did with that piece. I'm just going to show you. It's here somewhere. Like everything else I own, they're all here somewhere. Okay, but it's pretty much like this. I want that on it. I definitely do want this on it. And I found these circles that I did ages ago. I give myself all into a flap and I want to be sidetracked onto that, don't I? You can bet anything you like I'll be sidetracked. Let me see now. I will put this here somewhere because I need to have that filled in. I've got to put it the right way. I can't go over top of that or that. So I'm just going to tuck things underneath. You know, if I find pieces to fill in the areas, I'll just tuck bits underneath like that. Okay, that's that idea. I've got a few places like that I have to fix. I do. Okay, now we'll go up here with this. Alright. You probably would think there wouldn't be much more work you can put on it, but I can. And I'm really pleased how this is going. I might even be able to make myself a big one day. Maybe I'll be able to make myself a colour one day. Pin magnet. I like to throw them things on my magnet so it's caught there. Now turn it around this way. It is a little bit harder to do something that's bigger, but you know, it doesn't matter. These stitches will definitely be coming out because these are two big lightning stitches, they are. You haven't heard that before? That's what my mother called me sewing if they weren't. Because I didn't really take to it when I was young, the sewing. Definitely not machine sewing anyway. I'm more into hand sewing, but I don't mind. I'm going to need to do a bit more machine. I can use the machine. I don't know, this is more fun. Although mine's got lots of good fancy stitches on it. More relaxing this way. Much so. Righto, now I'm going to do the bird bit. I haven't done around there yet. I better do that. Where's cotton net now? Where'd they go? It's a big roll. Here it is. I'm using this now because I left the other one out in the other room. This is crochet thread. It's a creamy sort of colour. But it's just the thing for this. Just the thing to do this with. I'll just do around here, and then we might have to go and I want to leave that like it is because I want to thread something round through there. Just a few ideas coming out. I know I didn't put up the link to the lady that was doing them buttons and that, but I don't know if she was doing buttons, she was doing other things, and I forgot to put that up there. I'm sorry about that. Like I say, I do this, and then by the time I go to put it up, it could be days later or something, and everything's gone out of my brain by then. I don't write a note. I should write a note. Righto, put that down there like that. There, get there, come undone you. I think that thing's going to go off now in that timer. So I'm going to have to go. And I'm going to come back fair where I left this, okay? I'll just turn that off and come back. I must have went back down the same hole then. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave me a thumbs up if you could. Be really nice. And I will catch you next day, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.